This is a PRS HDRX 100. We have presets and captures based on this amplifier linked below. So the PRS HDRX is actually a line of amplifiers that PRS did a few years back. They're based on one of Jimi Hendrix's actual amplifiers. And in fact, on the back, it tells us. So back here it says, based on Jimi Hendrix's amplifier circuit in the permanent collection of Seattle's Museum of Pop Culture. So I'll link below to some more content that PRS did on this amp. But basically what they did is they got permission from Hendrix's estate to go take that amplifier, which I believe is one that he used at Woodstock. I could be wrong on that. But it's one of Hendrix's actual amplifiers. They took Hendrix's amp apart and they sort of rebuilt it or reverse engineered it. Now, this doesn't look like an old Marshall. So it's like PRS is not trying to make a one-to-one clone of that amp, which is, you know, in the back behind me here, you can see the Super 100. That's like Marshall basically rebuilding one of Hendrix's amps. This is more like PRS's version of that amp that Hendrix owned. And they have them available in a 100-watt head, a 50-watt head, and a 20-watt head. These are great sounding amplifiers if you're in the market for one, but this is the 100-watter, so it matches the 100-watt Hendrix head that they copied it from. And this thing just sounds fantastic. Now, they added a bunch of like modern features to it. So on the front, you'll see a couple switches. There they are. One of them is called the HMG, the high mid gain switch. And then there's like a 3-position bright cap toggle. So we have presets and captures based on this amplifier available, linked below. I'll talk to you a little bit about the presets first, and then we'll talk about the captures. So the presets are available for line 6 products. That's Helix, HX Stomp, and Pod Go, and Fractal, Asphex 3, FM3, FM9. Also, if you get the Quad Cortex package, you get presets as well as captures. So for the presets, we've delivered 2 different types of presets. We labeled them A and B. In the A preset type, they're different signal flows, and we've treated the amp a little bit differently. So in the A preset type, you've got 2 instances of the amp in stereo at the end of the chain. So all of your reverbs and delays are basically like you've got a huge pedal board into 2 of these in stereo, which would be quite a thing. 2 100-watt heads through 412 cabs. That would be fun. So digitally, we've recreated that. Now, the B presets put the amp and the cab in the middle of the chain with all of the wet effects after. And with the B presets, what we've done is we've set a switch or a button to toggle the amp gain up. So basically, it's like running this thing clean and then cranking it at the press of a button, which sounds glorious. Then on the Quad Cortex capture or Quad Cortex preset, we actually switch captures. We switch from a clean capture to a gained up capture. So you get 2 different sort of signal flows, 2 different types of presets. You can pick your favorite. We like them both. You know, it just depends on how you want to run things and how you like your wet effects. Now for the captures of this amplifier, we've actually captured it through 2 different cabs. So the main captures, the ones that don't have any labels at the end of them, are captures through the Marshall 1982B JH 412 cab. That's the Super 100 oversized 412 with the Celestion G12C speakers, which are meant to be a recreation of the actual greenbacks in Jimi Hendrix's cab that he ran with the Super 100. We also captured this through a REVV 412 cab that has mismatched speakers with a V30 and creamback combo of speakers. So it's those 2 sets of captures sound pretty different. The cab makes a big difference. So if you're grabbing captures, that's for Tonex, Quad Cortex, or Kemper, you can get both of those cabs. Now for this amp, we also did a set of direct captures. So the direct captures are labeled DIR. The captures through the REV cab are labeled R, so that's how you know which ones. The README notes have more information. But the direct captures don't have a cab with them, so, you know, whatever you're in, Tonex, Quad Cortex, Kemper, you can run IRs of your favorite cabs, you can run, you know, you can grab IRs from us here at Worship Tutorials. You can run them into whatever cab you want. We're gonna try and start offering more direct options for you down the line. So a few more notes about the captures. So we've covered the different cabs and the direct captures. So the capture is labeled HMG. That's this high mid gain switch. So HMG means the high mid gain switch is on. That makes the amp sound a little more aggressive and it pushes upper mids. That's my favorite way to run this amp. So I like the high mid gain on. The captures that don't have HMG written on them have the high mid gain turned off. So you can choose which one you like. And we kind of went through the gain range of the amp with the HMG on and off. It just voices the amp a little different. There are also captures labeled B. That means the bright switch, here it is in the brighter setting. So depending on how you like to run things, depending on your guitar, the B captures might be more to your liking if you like things a little brighter. Otherwise, the ones that aren't labeled B, we put the bright switch in the position where we felt like sounded good, but not overly bright. So we wanted to give you a lot more options since this amp gives you a ton of options. I know many of you might be curious, like, how does this compare to the Super 100? Because they're both based on 100-watt Marshalls that were owned by Jimi Hendrix. They sound different. They're based on different amplifiers. So the Super 100 is based on a different 100-watt head that Hendrix owned. It would be fun for us to sort of A/B the two actual amplifiers because they, like I said, they sound different. I don't know that I have a favorite between them. This one has more, PRS wanted a more modern take on it. So you get a lot more options as far as bright caps and voicing and that kind of thing. That Marshall Super 100 is just, turn it on and go. And it's pretty awesome. So, this is a different thing. I will say too, the PRS one I feel sounds better at lower gain than the Super 100 does. But I could be, I could hear them another day and feel the other way around about them. They're both just awesome sounding amplifiers. Be fun to run them in stereo. The 200-watt rig through two 412s. Wear your earplugs if you do that. Thank you so much for watching. Links are below if you want to learn more about this amp and grab those presets. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.